Welcome back to The Short Code, coming to you from the amazing and intense world of med school at the University of Iowa, Carver College of Medicine. I'm Dave Etler, and it's the season of love. Valentine's Day is right around the corner when the show comes out. Might be a cash grab for a big greeting card and big flowers and big heart-shaped box of candy. But here, today, we're feeling all romantic. Which is why today's show is about med students and the people who love them. To help me with that, I'm joined by my med student co-hosts like M1, Anna Royer.
Hello.
M2, Sarah Upton.
Ayo.
M2, Samantha Gardner.
Hello.
And M2, Alexis Baker. All?
Hello.
Oh, sorry. I should have let you respond. I'm a terrible person. All of you, post-exam.
Yeah.
Amazing that you even showed up. I appreciate that. How did it go?
TBD.
We're here.
Yeah, you guys don't even know. You guys don't. You don't know.
Ignorance is bliss. No, I'm just kidding. It's not bliss.
You know, like in preclinical. Hey, in preclinical, you get your exam results back immediately. Now you have no idea what your exam results are, and you don't even get your grade for 6 weeks. Maybe.
That's news to me. Is that true?
I think they have 6 weeks or 4 weeks or something to provide you with an actual grade.
Yeah.
So it's a little pins and needles these days. So anyway, congratulations. Since we're celebrating the loves of your lives, guys, I asked them to respond to some questions about you that I sent them ahead of time. We'll see if through the bonds of your love, your answers to those questions match what they said about you. But before we start, why don't we go around the room? You can introduce your partners to us, maybe starting with you, Alexis. How would you tell somebody about Caleb?
Cade.
Cade.
That's really embarrassing, Dave.
So
you
we need
to
to
sure?
start with Nate.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're married to Cade?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Hang on just a second.
You're being tested.
I literally wrote down Caleb for everything. The fuck?
C-A-D-E.
I'm not married to him.
I'm telling you how to spell it.
Huh? What is it?
C-A-D-E. So Cade's my husband. We've been together since high school. Went to the same college, the University of Illinois. And he works as an engineer in Iowa City.
Okay. Samantha, tell us about Sarah.
Tell us about him.
Sarah, tell us about no.
Oh, no.
There he is.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's mine now.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah. That's me.
Tell us about Kale.
Wait.
No, I'm just kidding. Tell us about Kyle.
This is already unhinged and I love it. Kyle, so wait, what were we sharing again? Just about him?
Just, introduction.
We met while actually working here at the hospital in the NICU together.
Oh.
We've been together for like 7 years, 8 years now, maybe.
Okay.
He currently still works in the hospital, but as a clinical technician, he oversees the distribution of the infusion pumps, among many other tasks.
All right. So he knows a little bit about your life.
A little bit.
Firsthand. All right. Let's see. Next is Anna. Anna.
Yeah.
I think this
That's him. Yep.
is your man.
Caleb.
Yep.
Nathan. Newton.
Yeah, that's Nathan. We started dating in high school. So it's been probably 7 years now that we've been together, and we got married when I graduated college, just 2024. And he works in West Branch in a special ed classroom. And he's finishing up some requirements to be a teacher.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And last, but surely not least, we have this young man, Nike.
Nike.
Nick.
Nick and I met at Drake University, both playing the saxophone when we were 18 and 19. This Valentine's Day is the 11-year anniversary of our first date.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we're old. And he is a middle school band teacher.
All right.
Saxophone, what a vibe.
Yeah.
Do you guys still play together? by chance?
Not right now. We both played in a band like before I came here, but now I'm busy. But right now he does a lot of pit playing for musicals, and he's in a flute choir.
I think you got to take up the saxophone again.
Well, I mean, I still own my saxophone, so
Yeah.
just,
Well, you got to.
I don't have that much time, but it'll come around again. We have a saxophone on our wall, so I look at it every day.
Okay. If you're not shredding on your sax as a couple, what are you even doing?
We used to get in fights in the early days playing saxophone because we were both very hot-headed
Huh?
because we were adolescents.
So you
But
would get in
now
fights
we're
about
calm.
playing the saxophone,
Like, they're having like battles.
Yeah,
Are they having
would you
like
have a
rap
sax
battles
battle?
but with saxophones?
I wish I could tell you that
Amazing.
it was saxophone battles, but no.
No, they're just fighting with their saxophones.
But now we can play music together very calmly. But
good.
we do not do so regularly.
Thank goodness for growth.
Yes,
Right?
that frontal lobe really is amazing. I gotta tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as I said, I sent some questions. Let's do the first one. I'm going to give you the question, and you're going to come up with your answers, and then I will play their responses to the questions, and we'll see if they match.
Okay.
If they don't,
Right.
we'll roast you.
Fair.
Let's start with Alexis.
Okay.
Cade answered this question about you, so I'm going to ask you, when it comes to medical school, are you an optimist, a pessimist, or a realist? And you can explain your answer a little bit.
I would say I'm a realist.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, there's certain times where it sucks and it's hard and
Yeah.
I'm up all the time studying. And then there's other times where I'm not as busy and I maybe enjoy the content a little more and I'm more optimistic about, the topics that we're learning about in the future. So I'd say I'm real.
So when you say you're a realist, does that mean, like you're saying you're a realist about the topics that you're encountering? I'm not so sure that realist is the right word, unless I'm confused about our use of
It was
realist
kind of a
together.
weird question, like just about everything.
Yeah.
I feel like realist is just like you're not always optimistic about everything, but you're not pessimistic about everything. So it's like it just
You're real about it.
Yeah, it just depends on what's
Okay.
going on.
All right.
I don't know.
I think
all right, well,
Dave's
you can
saying you
each-
got the question wrong.
Maybe the question sucked. Maybe we'll have to retire this question for the next exam.
Exam.
All right, well, let's see what Cade had to say.
First question is, when it comes to medical school, is your person an optimist, a pessimist, or a realist? I would say Alexis has been a realist through this whole process.
Nice.
Of course, medical school comes with its own sets of challenges and difficulties, late nights and stuff like that, but it's kind of something we came in expecting, so it hasn't been too much to handle at any point, and we also both can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, kind of what comes once medical school is over and the kind of career opportunities it opens up. So I think overall Alexis has been a realist throughout the whole process of medical school.
Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I assume you changed the voice because that does not sound like him.
No, that's just, I did not change the voice.
I thought it sounded like him.
It was like a little distorted in my headphones.
Well, I cleaned it up a little bit. It was a little echoey. So
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that introduced something that's freaky.
First not his name, first not his voice, then not his voice.
That's not even him.
They've actually found a random man on the
Who
street.
to email.
Yeah. Well, you got it right. Okay. Next, we have Kyle
Okay.
for Sarah.
So the real question is, am I answering how I would answer about myself or how I think he answered?
I mean, that is open to
Interpretation.
I think.
Okay.
The idea is that the hope is that you will match.
Yeah. I would say that I also consider myself a realist for similar reasons as Alexis. Like there are definitely bad days, but there are also equally good days. But I also kind of feel like there's a chance that he might say that I'm an optimist, because he always says that I'm more positive than he is. And I especially recently, starting clinicals, I've definitely come home and been kind of excited about it. Because I would say maybe I do lean a little bit more optimist because I try to be positive. But yeah, I don't know.
So you're hedging.
Yeah, I am kind of hedging.
What would you lean towards then?
Probably optimist.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Maybe
see.
slightly. 55, 45%.
Let's see if Kyle agrees.
I've learned she doesn't really fit in the definitions of optimism or pessimism. She really floats between the two like they don't exist. But even though she can be her own worst enemy, she does still pass the test at the end of the week. And all I got to do is kind of cheer her on from the side every once in a while. Maybe a little forcefully than others sometimes, but nope, she's pretty good at it herself. Though I do have a whiteboard that I have to write little, we'll say, encouragements on.
Okay.
So they're both hedgers, though.
Yeah.
We so are. We are so non-committal.
I was like, that wasn't really an answer.
Yeah.
I know, it wasn't really. Yeah. For sure.
I don't know. What do you guys do? Should we call that a match? I mean, yeah, I guess we can
I
call
kind
it
of feel
a
like
I
it
feel
was
like
a
it
match
is.
because they
Yeah.
both hedged.
That's awesome.
I really like that noise.
So on brand.
All right. Next, we have Nathan
Okay.
for Anna. What do you
Yeah.
What do you think?
He probably said that I'm a realist because he's like just the eternal optimist. Like he's always just like looking on the bright side of things. And then I'm like not that way.
So
But-
he's annoying.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I find it endearing
Okay.
usually. But yeah, we frequently like refer to each other as like realist and optimist. So he probably was like landed on realist
Okay.
for this one. So
Okay.
This was a question made for you guys.
that's my guess. Yeah.
Here we go.
When it comes to medical school, I would say that Anna is a realist. Whenever people are asking her questions, like family or friends, about how medical school is going, she usually be pretty real and tell her that it's pretty hard and she has to spend a lot of time studying, but that it's also a very rewarding work.
All right.
That also does not sound like him. Like I was like thrown off.
I promise you, all I did was clean up the audio a little bit.
I believe it. It's just like it's like coming through weird or something.
Maybe it's the phone they use, like the speaker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Last.
The
for this
pressure's
question,
on now.
We have Nick for Samantha. What's your answer?
Okay, so my answer
to
for
that.
myself is realist. No, I'm going to hedge a little bit too. I am hoping that he also
I
said
hope we don't need to
realist.
establish a no hedging rule.
Well, I think there's a chance that he said pessimist. Because, well, anytime we see somebody, he'll be like, well, Samantha would never tell you this, but she's doing a good job. But I feel like I'm always like, yeah, I'm doing a middling job. Everything's middling. So I feel like I'm a realist where I'm not like down in the depths, but I'm also not like everything's perfect all the time. But I can see a world where he would say that I can be pessimistic, but I'm going to commit to realist.
Okay. Let's
But
see.
I'm nervous about it.
Let's see what Nick said.
In terms of medical school, I would say that Samantha is a realist. She's very comfortable with the fact that there are things that she doesn't know, but she's also great at figuring out what those things are. And she's realistic in what her experience at med school is going to be versus somebody that's younger than her. But she doesn't let that stop her from learning all that she can, and she does a great job at it.
What do you think he meant by that? Being realistic about age.
We're very self-conscious that he is 30 and I will be 30. And the experience is very different when you're 30 versus 22.
Why?
Well, I took 6.5 years between my real undergrad and now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder
Okay.
in some ways, easier in others, I think.
Well, you
There's
matched.
trade-offs.
The
We
important
matched.
part is that you matched. So good work there. All right. Next question. Is your partner squeamish about blood and guts or nonchalant? And give an example about how you know. So again, we'll start with you, Alexis. You squeamish about blood and guts?
No.
No?
No.
Is this like
Is there-
our partner is squeamish
Yeah,
or
no,
are
you.
we
or
squeamish?
You.
Me, no. Him, yes.
Okay. But
hence
you
and hence our like fields.
sure. Sure. I think if he was, what do you say, he's an engineer?
He's an engineer.
So I think if he was an engineer and was into blood and guts, I feel like that would be weird.
Yeah, like if I watch like Grey's Anatomy or The Pit, like he cannot. I have to watch it when he's not there.
Oh, okay.
But I don't care. Like it's fine.
I wasn't aware
Kinda
that
cool.
Grey's Anatomy. I haven't seen Pit, but I wasn't aware that Grey's Anatomy had a lot of gore in it.
It doesn't, but there's I don't know. I haven't watched
Like
it
there's
in a
like
while.
surgery scenes.
There's like
I think.
blood.
Like
yeah.
yeah.
But The Pit is very gory, so
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
I need to watch it.
Is there any line that you wouldn't want to cross in terms of what you like? I don't think I'm particularly upset about blood and gore, like whatever. But I really don't like facelifts for some reason.
Oh,
What?
Because I saw like one where they're
Where
like,
where are you watching these?
like on YouTube or whatever. Like you can go and look,
Like a good facelift or a bad facelift?
Well, I don't know. I'm not talking about the aftermath. I'm talking about like the during when they're like folding down.
Oh, yeah.
oh.
This sounds like something you could just say no to.
Me? Yes.
Yeah.
I just happen to know that this would be an area where I would have trouble with. But apparently Alexis is like, whatever.
I would watch a facelift.
All right. Well, let's see what Cade said.
That's Nick.
That's-
Nick.
Yeah, let's do that instead.
The next question is your partner squeamish about blood and guts or nonchalant? I think it's pretty obvious between the two of us who cares more about blood and guts and is bothered by that kind of thing. That's always been something that's irked me and not been something I love to see, which is why I'm pursuing a career in engineering and why Alexis is pursuing a career in medicine. I don't think she's bothered by that kind of thing at all. I don't think I've ever seen her react in any sort of way. If it's gotten to the point where it's so bad that she can't bear to look at it, I've probably already left the room. I don't even know about it.
Nice.
He can't like anytime if he hates the hospital. So like if I've had surgery and he's had to go there, it's like a horrible experience for him. Or, like if he has to go, like he like throws up and gets nervous.
Let me tell you
so-
something, buddy. Talking to you, kid. In a marriage, there are going to be times when you see an unfortunate amount of blood and guts.
He's always there. He just doesn't like it.
Okay. Fair enough. Well done. Let's go to Sarah. What do you think Kyle will say about your squeamishness or lack thereof?
In terms of like blood and guts, I'm pretty sure he knows I can totally do blood and guts fine, no problem. I'm pretty sure he also knows the one thing that I can't do, broken or like bones. So like bones sticking out of skin like makes me want to die. Or like cutting of bones, like orthopedic surgery, not my thing. So he might say something about that. So I can't do that.
It's going to be awesome for you.
I also
Ortho. It's going to be awesome.
I'm dreading. But otherwise, like, yeah, blood and guts, totally fine. Bones and like poop, not my thing.
It's amazing how used to poop you can get after you had children, but
That is probably true.
I don't know if that would apply to other people's poop, though. I feel like I can
Also true. Yeah.
plunged a few toilets in my time. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what Kyle said.
I think like most people, she is more okay with things if they are where they're supposed to be. Take bones, for example. She has dealt with bones more than I would even like to know, but you start putting them through the flesh and she gets real weirded out. She doesn't care for things like vomit or feces, but doesn't really care too much about blood. I've had a cancer treatment that resulted in a wound that I had to take care of for quite a while, and she was totally fine with that. I think that as she is so violently anti-zombie, I think, gore might not be her strong suit either, but she has often said that cauterization of flesh and bone is one of the worst smelling things in the world to her, so we'll see what these rotations show her. And we'll figure out whether or not she can overcome sympathetic puking.
Amazing. I guess we can call that a match.
Yeah.
It's a little eerie how close they're matching, considering that I didn't share these questions with you ahead of time.
No, that's what. Well, so I did the anatomy. So he knows the thing about the bones.
The Masters
because,
of Clinical Anatomy program that we talked about a few weeks ago.
Yes, and so I have been around the smelling of cutting bones before, and I have said that that is hands down my least favorite thing for sure.
Okay. Good job, Kyle and Sarah. How about Nathan? What do you think, Nathan? What's your answer to that question?
I would probably say I don't mind blood and guts when it's like in real life, but I really don't like watching it on TV. But I could like read about it in a book. So it's kind of a weird or like a roundabout answer, but
okay.
I guess maybe
context presentation counts, I guess is what you're saying.
presentation. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I feel like he would probably lean towards like no blood and guts.
Anybody watching Fallout?
Yes.
Nick is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I see little bits.
Is that gory?
It's pretty
enough for you?
gory.
No,
It
it
is
just
gory.
has some man with no nose. That's all I know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what Nathan had to say.
For her being squeamish of blood, I would say that she's definitely not squeamish of blood. When we were in high school, we were lifeguards together. She was actually the manager. So almost any time a kid came up with an injury, they would have to go talk with her or she would help them, and she never had any issues. The worst one that I can remember is the time a kid tried to do a backflip or a front flip off the diving board, and he hit his face on the diving board, and I think it was like his bottom tooth went through, one of his bottom teeth went through his bottom lip.
Yeah. Classic.
And she was the one who worked for them and handled him, which is pretty gross, but she did fine.
All right. That's a match. Yeah, I guess there's not much else to say about that. You guys did it. Lifeguard, huh?
Yeah. For like 5 years over the summer in high school and college.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Samantha. Samantha, what would your response to this question be?
I'm not squeamish about blood or guts.
Doesn't bother you at all.
Doesn't bother me at all. I
Nothing
have
at all.
I have like sympathetic, like I feel bad when I'm watching somebody get like sliced open with no anesthesia on TV. And so I like wince at that because I don't want someone to do that to me. But in terms of like if somebody is like handing me their intestines or something, that's fine.
That's the weirdest.
Like I don't want them to. I'm not like
that's the weirdest response of all.
I'm not like hoping that
If somebody handed me their intestines, I'd be fine.
I'm not like hoping for it.
You're gonna love the ED.
Like I'll help it. Like I was also a lifeguard and some kid tried to hand me his puke and I like didn't want him to. But I also was not like a sympathetic. No, I didn't take it. But like I was not like a sympathetic puker or anything.
Should've been
Like
kid,
it's
if
fine.
these were intestines, not a problem.
Then it's fine. But the puke is too
the
far.
puke from inside.
No.
Oh my god. Have you watched The Walking Dead?
No.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what Nick said.
Samantha's not really squeamish about any blood or guts, but I know the one thing she is squeamish of, oddly enough, is amputated limbs. She has this weird affliction with people missing things, especially if it was just a recent amputation. Like if it's something gory from a movie, she can't stand it, but for some reason she can handle pretty much everything else.
In fairness, we did just talk about that probably the day before he recorded the thing.
Yeah.
And I did think of it when Sarah was talking about her like poop and bone saw, and then I forgot about it in the interim. But yes, amputation is my one. You can hand me your guts, but you cannot hand me your severed arm.
Your leg.
Okay. I'll remember that. I'd like this knowledge to come in handy.
You never know.
Well done. That's a match. Let me take a break to say that, Anna, you know I like me a listener question.
Oh, of course.
Why do I like me a listener question, Anna?
I don't know.
Because it means I don't have to do anything. I can just put the question and we can all talk about the question. That's why I don't. Plus, it means that we can talk about what our listeners want to talk about and not just what crazy shit I come up with. But if you want to send us a listener question, listeners, I would love that. Visit theshortcoat.com/tell us, where I've made a form especially for you to add your question to. Come straight to me, straight to my inbox, and then we can have a conversation about that on the show. So thank you very much for doing that. All right, let's move on. How much do you talk about medical school stuff? Infrequently? Too much? Just enough? So you get the idea without it being annoying? And what kinds of things do you talk about? What do you think Cade had to say about this, Alexis?
I mean, given that is what I do the majority of my day, I do talk about it frequently.
Mm-hmm. Too much, though?
I don't know if it's too much. He hasn't acted like it's too much.
That's because he literally can't.
Yeah, I mean, when we get home and talk about our days, that's what happened during my day. So that's what I'm talking about, or if I'm studying, that's what I'm talking about. But I let him talk too,
Okay.
But
that's very kind of you.
for me, it's mostly what I'm talking about. But as a whole, we talk about other things,
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if Cade agrees.
The next question is, how much does your person talk about medical school stuff? I would say it's probably at least 50% of our daily conversation, but that doesn't surprise me in any way, especially since it's most of what she does throughout the day, so it kind of makes sense to come home and that be the big thing to talk about. But yeah, I would say it's a pretty constant topic of conversation, but definitely not something that's ever bothered me, so I'm always glad to talk about what kind of things went on in the classroom, in the offices and stuff like that. Just kind of get perspective. So yeah, I would say Alexis talks about medical school plenty, but never been something that's bothered me at all.
Okay.
Wait, so do they have the options of too much, just
yeah.
enough?
The question is verbatim.
Okay.
Pretty much. Okay. When I go home, I don't like to talk about. I don't know. For some reason, I'm like, whatever. My day was my day. But you guys are doing something more interesting than I am doing on a daily basis. So that's.
Are you calling us boring?
No, I'm calling me boring.
But aren't we your day?
Oh, I see. If I talk about stuff, I would usually talk about doing this podcast, but I definitely wouldn't talk about the mass email that I sent to OSAC all students or whatever. It's just not that interesting.
It's not the thrill of your day.
No. Yeah. I mean, love you guys, but. Okay. Next is Sarah. Sarah, what would your response be to this? You really have to analyze yourself here a little bit, because what if you think it's infrequently, or that it's not too much? I guess is more important.
Oh.
Because he's not going to say it's too much. He's not going to say.
I know. Well, I think that the answer will be
not to your face anyway. Maybe to a podcast.
That's true. That's true. No, I think he'll say that. I talk about it a lot because I do talk about it a lot. I don't think he'll say too much though. So I think he'll say a lot, but not too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see about that.
Uh-oh.
To her benefit, I will admit this one is a little unfair because when it takes up so much of your life and is such an important part of it, it tends to be a lot of the only thing that you talk about. So I think as she gets excited about whatever's coming up, it's when she starts really laying into, I get home, I don't have to say anything for hours because I can just sit and listen to her. But she is so granular in a lot of her details for what she truly cares about that it does keep me entertained for quite a while. I don't have the memory to recall it, though she doesn't hold me accountable, which is awesome. And as rapid as the course seems to move along, she really never seems to repeat any of her information, or at least I don't remember that she does. So it always seems like it's fresh, engaging content, I'll say. And it's actually extremely interesting to me to see what kind of things she really hones in on, be it with patients or topics like really ranging all the way from academia to hospital administration down to the kinds of patients she saw today, of course, HIPAA withstanding. So it really kind of makes sense when you think about how many hours she's compressing down into 1 or 2. And I do love that she's actually excited about it. Nothing is really more wonderful to listen to than somebody who's really excited about whatever they're telling you, you know?
No, that's
All right.
That was really sweet.
yeah.
Can't remember what you said at this point.
You're just like him.
Yeah, it's true.
I won't hold you accountable.
Okay, well, we'll say that's a match.
Yeah, I said he wouldn't be. I said he'd say a lot, but not too much.
Okay.
Which is what he said.
Yeah, pretty much. Hours, though.
Hours.
Multiple hours.
He's
How many hours are you still awake?
I gotta be honest with you, at that point, I'd be like,
No. So he didn't say that. Yeah, that is how it sometimes is.
Okay. Next, we have Anna. Anna, what's your thoughts about this question?
Yeah. I think I fall into the same school of thought that you do, Dave, which is that I am pretty conscious to, like, you know, as much as I can, like, leave this here. Does that actually happen? No, but I do sometimes catch
Can't
myself
happen
being
100%
like,
of the time.
no, but like, you know, we'll be like out for a walk or something and we'll be like more than halfway done with the walk and I'll be like, oh, I've kind of been like yabbering this whole time. Like I need to see how his day went. So, but I don't think he like you two were saying, I don't think he sees it that way, but sometimes I see it that way.
Yeah.
And I like don't want to be, you know, overbearing our entire evening with like, oh, here's what Dr. Sipla had to say today.
Yeah.
You know?
It's probably healthy.
Not as
Can't relate, but
not
that's
as
probably
granular as some people. I think that's the word he used. Granular.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does love to hear about it though, so he might say like, I don't talk about it enough, or like just enough.
All right. Well, let's see if that's.
I would hedge that.
If that's true, I kind of doubt it. Oops. There we go.
For how much we talk about medical school, I'd say we talk about it pretty frequently. A lot of it, I would say, probably comes from me asking questions more than I should. But she's always willing to talk, and we'll talk about like what she learned. Obviously, nowhere near as much in detail. I just learned about the cranial nerves after they learned about the cranial nerves. And she does a great job explaining it. But I'd say it's a pretty frequent talking point. There are points where we're like, all right, we need to be done talking about medical school because we've been talking about it too much. But it's usually kind of coming from both of us, asking questions about it, telling each other about the day.
All right. We'll call that a match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Call that
Yeah.
a match. Next, Nick. What do you think Nick said, Samantha? Or what would you think about this? The answer to this question.
I think that he's going to similarly say that I talk about it a lot, but not too much. I think the disclaimer here is that he works with 11 to 14-year-olds. So they have already spent 8 hours being like, Mr. Gardner, Mr. Gardner. And then I get home and I'm like, Nick, guess what? So he's a
This
little...
is true. I could see this being,
Yeah,
a
so he's a
situation.
little overstimulated. And
I think that's, not to interrupt, but I think that's one reason why I'm quiet when I get home is because I'm sort of overcoming that, or I'm recovering from being overstimulated with work.
Yeah. And so this might change going into rotations where now we're actually like talking to people. But previously, like there were days where I was home because I didn't need to come in for a required thing. So it would be like just me and the dog. And so he'd get home and I'd have to be like, well, first I did this and then I did that and then I did this. I also do that if I come in. It probably usually starts with if the bus was on time or not, and then goes in granular detail until the end of the day. So if he says I talk too much, it's a valid answer, but I think he will say I talk about it a lot, but not too much. I do think he will note that I use too big of words without giving a definition, and then he has to ask, because not everybody knows all of the medical terms.
Yeah. Classic. Okay.
Like our lecture or something.
Yes.
Well, let's see.
Samantha talks about med school all the time. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that's what we have to talk about in our house. We both work and do school all day long, and when we get home, we need to figure out how each other's days were. And she just talks about med school. A lot of the time, she talks about acronyms, medical acronyms that I don't understand.
Okay.
And I have to remind her a lot that I don't have any medical background. And so she has to explain a lot of things to me like I'm a 5-year-old, which I think annoys her quite a bit. But we talk about med school all the time. It's a really big part of her life. So, yeah.
All right. That's a match.
Yeah, just the other day I said ECT, and he was like, Samantha, we don't know what that is.
Him and Barry.
Stop doing that. Yeah, him and Barry don't know what that is. Barry's our dog.
I am at this point probably the perfect husband for a medical student if I was in the market. Because I know a lot of acronyms that I shouldn't know as a civilian. You know what I'm saying?
A civilian.
Yeah.
Like we're in the army or something.
Yeah. All right. Next question. If you didn't have to sleep, Alexis, what would you also do? What would you also do if you didn't have to sleep? And would Cade
think about that
agree?
For a minute. I don't know. I like to sleep.
I know. I know. This is a big problem with this question is like, I'd almost rather than sleeping. I think I would sleep more if I didn't have to sleep. Well, let's put it this way. If you had more time in your day,
Yeah.
what would you want to do? Because I think that's really what this question is getting at.
I guess probably like.
I say it as though I didn't actually.
Yeah, like you wrote the question.
Friggin' write the question.
I guess I would probably just like try to hang out with friends and family more and talk to them more.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're from out of like our family all lives in Illinois, so like my family has a group text that's always talking and like a friend group text that I'm a constant yapper in. So like just getting to talk, probably getting to talk and hang out with people more.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't study more, maybe exercise a little more, go on walks, but yeah, spending time with people that I love.
Well, let's see if Cade answered the same.
The next question is, if your person did not have to sleep, what would they also do? I think primarily Alexis would just spend more time with friends and family and kind of just do more things with the people that she wants to be around. Obviously, with medical school, you kind of make some sacrifices and you lose quite a bit of time that you could be spending with other people, maybe doing fun things. And so I think that's kind of what Alexis would do, is just spend more time with the people that she cares about. And
Amazing. Well done. Total match.
I was wondering if you would say sleep.
Well, that's what
She would go to sleep.
I didn't think about that, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, there is a chance, especially if it was worded that way, that he says that. But we'll see.
Well, is that?
I'll say that I mean, there is a chance that he will say sleep more. But if it's not that, he'll either. My thought is that he would probably either say, do more projects around the house and harass him to also help me with more projects around the house.
What kind of projects around the house?
Just anything. Like I can think of like I want to redo our pantry because the shelving sucks. We need to seal our fence that I made him install last year. That's just
nice that you gave him a yearly project.
Yeah, we got a lot of projects going on. So he'll either say that or potentially kind of along the same vein, like collect more animals to take care of.
Collect them
and have on our little mini farm.
All right. Well, let's see. Kyle?
Oh, this is going to be the hardest one for me to answer. But at the end of the day, and to keep it short, I think even if she didn't have to sleep, she still would, because she's a sunflower who doesn't like the dark, and that's how she would get through it. But she would probably try to just collect more ducks like a Pokemon. or find a new way to redecorate for the 8th time.
But like Pokemon.
Potentially building more ledges for more plants to go on, or propagating more gardens where they shouldn't or can't grow despite the weather. And I better stop because I'm going to start coming up with things now. Sorry for splicing a few together here.
He has a list.
Yeah, that's it. He's got a honey-do list, and he knows it.
Amazing. Total match.
That is it. I'm not surprised.
I haven't had to hit the wrong answer button yet, you guys.
I know every time you come back around to me, I get nervous.
Yeah, I know, me too.
I don't want to
now I don't want to
This one more so because I'm like, this could be anything.
Yeah.
Alexis, you have the disadvantage of going first for every question. These guys have a chance to think about it.
Did you go like alphabetically?
No, I just.
Okay, because I was like,
Well, it's nice because he like repeats the question again,
Yeah.
and I was wondering if that's. Well, you said you didn't listen to him, did you?
I didn't. I don't know
So
that I
that's-
asked for that.
Oh, okay.
Are those-
Because it's nice. So it's nice that he goes
Well,
first. 'cause
somebody.
then-
Anyway.
yeah, he has repeated them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it used to be like an R last name, and now I'm a B. So it's like now I got.
Oh, I
bumped
feel you.
up
I
to a
went the
lot
other.
for
Well, I
them.
was like middle L, and now I'm a U. So I feel you.
like the opposite.
Yeah, to the end.
Anna, what do you think? What would you say about this question?
If I didn't have to sleep, I would be operating a hobby farm. Very high likelihood that he mentions the hobby farm. If we're not talking about medical school, we are talking about the hobby farm.
Are we talking animals? Or are we
What's a
talking
hobby
plants?
farm?
Like, yeah, like little homestead,
Okay.
ducks, sheep.
I think.
I would spin their wool.
Yeah.
I'd have like Martha Stewart gardens,
Oh my gosh.
like orchard, vineyard. Like,
It sounds to me like you and Nathan should move in with Sarah and Kyle.
Yeah.
we
Do we
might
can
have
have like
to.
a compound?
Yeah.
That wouldn't tempt me.
Let's talk.
Honestly.
can I visit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Nick would
anytime,
probably like to
anytime.
come help with the chickens.
Oh yeah, more than welcome.
okay.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what Nathan said.
If Anna didn't have to sleep, then she would also hobby farm. That's if there was more time in the day, if she couldn't sleep, she would find a way to have a hobby farm. She's always talking about how she wants one. Her Instagram is full of people out in the country with little hobby farms. It would just be full of like cute animals though. So like ducks, chickens, sheep. I don't think there'd be any cows or horses. And she said that they're purely decorative. They're like lawn ornamental
Decorative ducks.
ducks, chicken, and sheep. Should be out hobby farming.
No large animal livestock.
Well, so he really would like to have cows in our future, but I think if we had them, for food, and I would get really attached to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
I think,
That's hard.
which you could go into a whole thing about like the food system and how disconnected we are probably from. But yeah, like if I like named like 4 cows in our property and then like we're like having them for dinner, like that would not sit well with me. So I've said no to the cows unless they're like pets.
Yeah.
That's probably where that came from. And horses spook me. Like,
honestly,
there's
as
like
they
something
should.
sinister.
There's
like,
okay. They're just big. Like they.
Right.
I think people
Big.
forget how
I mean,
like
cows are big too, but
dangerous
I
they
feel
are.
like
Cows are big.
Yeah.
cows
Yeah,
are
that's
big,
true.
but they move. I don't know from cows, but I feel like they move slower. You could probably.
Yeah, horses
I
are
think
so
they
flighty.
can still like stampede you though.
Yes, they
Yeah.
can.
Because
yeah.
once we accidentally like walked, we were where we shouldn't have been, but we accidentally like stumbled upon a field of cows, and the owner of said cows started screaming at us to get out because he thought we were going to be trampled by the cows.
My grandpa, sometimes when he has cows, we name them like there was a hamburger and a French fry. So then you're like connected, but then you don't feel as bad.
Yeah, you're like, well, the name is hamburger.
Yeah. I always tell people if they've named it, they can't tell me the name because then I won't be able
Yeah,
to eat
ignorance
it.
is bliss. Is how I feel about that because
about
I agree.
hamburger?
But
No, I still couldn't. If I know it had a name, I'm out.
I've never thought to myself I would love to have a hobby farm.
you should consider.
But I get it because I do, like of course I see on my Instagram or whatever, like a bunch of people looking like they're having a really good time, like raising animals and stuff.
it's not always a good time. I will say that.
Okay.
Like
Well, I mean, I can easily think of the bad stuff that we would have to do,
when it's cold and you
Yeah.
have to bring out water to the ducks and
Right.
it's like you don't want to move and you have to like suit up to do it. Like
My
that's not
current
fun.
state of existence in winter
is enough.
is just being inside. And
Yeah.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
That's why we have cats, so we don't
Yeah.
have to take the dog out in the winter.
Yeah.
My wife recently said we should get a dog, and I'm like, you're walking them. All right, Samantha, what would you say to this question? Sounds like you down with a little hobby farming as well?
No. No, Nick wants chickens one day, and I always say no to the chickens. So
Why?
we'll see. I want children. We already have a dog, and I'm going to have patients. And he has students. Why do we want to take care of more things on top of all of those things? Our entire lives are taking care of things. I don't need more things to take care of, and I don't want to go outside any more than I have to in the cold. I don't want to find somebody to come bring water to the chickens if I want to go on vacation. Like, our dog can stay in a hotel, worst case scenario, but the chickens can't come to the hotel.
Few hotels that carve out.
Yeah, but like
exception.
Barry loves a hotel. That's not true. I think he tolerates it, but like, he's fine. Anyway, no hobby farm. This one's hard. I don't know what Nick will have said. I think I would probably take up more music stuff, circle back around to us like playing duets or something. Like, actually try to get our piano in the house.
Carver's Got Talent is coming up, probably.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a talent show girly. Unless you want to hear like a saxophone concerto, which I don't think that people do.
All right, so
but I would probably do like more music. I would probably work out like more and like for longer. Spend more time with Barry, more time with Nick, assuming he's also not sleeping. I don't know. He might have said that I would play my Animal Crossing more, my Oregon Trail game. I feel like I'm a hobby person, but not like a super hobby person. Go climb more.
Okay.
But not all the way to like a hobby farm level of commitment. Just kind of like little read more books.
All right. Well, let's see what he said.
If Samantha didn't have to sleep, I would say that she'd probably be snuggled underneath a blanket, playing Animal Crossing, or watching Parks and Rec, or probably reading a book. She reads all the time. And if she's not doing either of those things, she'll probably be at the gym, climbing, or running.
Do you guys know your spouses and each other? I don't know what the hell. Do you guys know your spouses, or do you know your spouses? Good job. All right.
Fun.
All right. Very good.
How many questions are there?
2 more questions.
Okay. Oh, now the pressure's on.
2 more questions. Alexis, if you and your partner sat down to do the portrait challenge, would your painting be better or worse than their painting?
So we're painting each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've seen this on the socials.
On the interwebs.
Basically, you sit across from each other and draw a portrait of each other, and the ones that you see online anywhere are hilarious because there's not a lot of
I was gonna say I've never
not a lot of artistic talent out there, I guess.
If I hedge my bets, it's both. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not really an artist, but I don't know that he is either. Mm-hmm. Like, I think they would both be bad.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, he probably.
We should do this on an upcoming episode where like there's a portrait challenge. But
that would be. Oh,
that would be so funny.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, he like doodles more than I do, probably like draws.
Okay.
But I'm very like a perfectionist, so like I would try to make it better. But I think that both of those would result in a not good portrait.
I see.
So I'm not really answering, but I'm giving a roundabout that.
You think they would be equally bad?
I think they would both be equally bad.
Okay. Well, let's see what Cade said.
The next question is, if you and your partner sat down to do the portrait challenge together, would their painting be better or worse than yours? That's kind of a tough one for me to answer. I'm not really sure who between us would be the better artist, better portrait painter. I do think I can confidently say of each of those portraits, you're probably not going to find someone willing to buy those. It's definitely not either of our strong suits or even in a top 5 list of things that we're good at. So I don't think it would be a great idea for us to even try that. But I think we would both put up our best effort forward, but I don't think it would be anything to write home about, that's for sure.
Okay. Yeah, we could say that's a match. Yeah. Sarah, what do you think?
I think he's going to say that mine would be better.
Better.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I think mine would probably be better. And if you're talking in terms of realism, in terms of abstract, I'm sure his would be phenomenal. But
Yeah.
I think that mine would probably be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do art.
I I dabble in the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little.
And Kyle does not dabble.
Not quite in the same ways, I would say.
Is that a roundabout way of saying that he sucks at it?
Not necessarily that. I don't know. Sometimes I think the things that he does is like an art. He's a tinkerer, but he's not a drawer. So I think what he does is an art, kind of, but not in the sense of drawing a portrait, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, let's see.
We both know that she is far and away the artistic one, but I don't think that they're very comparable, mostly because, and she knows this, she would give it her best try. And I'm sitting over here just like doing some overdramatic Van Gogh looking thing. So how I choose to spin it is to say that we cover each other's bases pretty well. But she knows that I love it, and I will always do what I think is my best, despite whatever it might seem like.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I think that's yeah. Anna, what's Nathan gonna?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think, honestly, I think that his would be better, but I think that he said that mine would be better. I do also dabble
In the arts.
in the arts specifically. But I do like landscape stuff, like abstract, yeah. I don't do like portraits or like anything very realistic, I would say. So I don't think I would be very good at drawing a portrait at all. And he does a lot of art at work because of the students that he works with. Like he will like do their art projects with them and stuff. So I think his would be better, but he probably said that mine would be better just because I do art for fun.
Yeah, teachers have to wear
Do it
a
all.
lot of hats.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's see what Nathan said.
If we sat down and did the portrait challenge, I would definitely say that she would win. She does a lot of crafting in spare time. She's got like oil pastels, acrylics, oil paint. She's got a lot of art supplies already that she's used. And I would not consider myself artistic, so I think she would win.
You gotta enter the art show. Have we talked about that?
No. Well, I saw your email.
You gotta enter the art show.
Okay.
It's not even enter. Like you send us a thing, and I'm like, you're in.
Okay.
You know me. I don't care.
I'll think on it.
I'll think on it.
You too.
What? I said that I might have a volunteer opportunity for you. Well, let's talk after.
Okay.
Related
Well, that
to
worked
art.
out.
Yeah, that would be nice.
He didn't even ask me to send it out.
You too.
No.
Anyone. Okay. We got a match there, I think.
Yes.
Samantha?
Oh, Nick's would be significantly better than mine.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying either of ours. Like, nobody's going to be like, wow, look at these artists. But I will lose this challenge.
Why do you think he's better?
I've been told, not by him, that my stick people are bad.
Stick people are bad.
Once in middle school art, she told me that my tree wasn't realistic enough to use in my art project. Like, I can't.
Hang on.
I think this sounds like a teacher failure.
Oh, your teacher told you. Your teacher said to a child,
Yes.
your tree looks like shit and cannot be used in an
Yes.
art.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's what, okay.
Yes. It's okay.
Well, I mean, you seem fine.
I have a music degree. I'm in medical school. It's fine.
Yeah.
But no, the
Still.
visual arts are not.
What was her name? No, don't.
Name drop.
I don't even know.
Okay.
We had a lot of art teachers in middle school. I think it might have been a different one each year. So.
All right. Well, let's see what Nick responded.
Neither Samantha or I are pretty artistic. I think we're both pretty awful at drawing and doing anything artistic with markers or pencils or all that. But I would say she would probably do better. I think she's got more patience when it comes to stuff like that. And I really don't. So she would definitely do a better job.
Oh, dear.
It is
Our
utterly
first-
shocking that he said that.
Yeah.
We went pottery painting once and he made this beautiful mug that I still have and I like messed up writing my name on the back. It's like absolutely shocking.
He just loves you.
It's true.
You know, the thing about art though is I think you can develop a certain amount of talent.
You and my dad should start a club.
Why?
He always tells me that I'm bad at art because I don't practice.
I think it's a real thing. Like I once took a figure drawing class, and in the beginning I was shit, and at the end the instructor was like, "Look, he gets the most improved." So I appreciated that because I wasn't going to get much more than that. Like there were recognizable things that I did in the end. I feel like it's a practice thing, but it's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. If you were an animal, what would your den or nest or whatever, what would it look like? Alexis.
I have to figure out how he is going to interpret this
Yeah.
question.
Well, he's probably gonna, I mean, if it were me, I would be like, look around our home and be like, is this what she likes? And translate that to an animal situation. Poor Alexis.
Just like, I'm not familiar with different animals.
Some animals live
Habitats.
Some animals live in the ground. Some animals live in a nest. Some animals live in.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
If you were an animal, what would your den or nest or home? What would it look like? If you were a guinea pig.
I guess I'm interpreting it as like the organization of it. Is that
Sure.
what we're thinking?
What would the vibe be? Maybe.
Or like what kind of animal would it be?
That's also what I'm trying to decide. Maybe it's kind
Should
of
I
that.
answer it in both perspectives?
Yes. Start with the animal that you
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what kind of what vibe would your home have?
Okay. What animal would I encompass as a habitat? I don't know that I have an animal that comes to mind, but the type of home would be like an animal that like moves homes, probably, because like we've lived in a couple different places and now we're in a different state.
Some
I don't know
sort
what
of
animals do that.
Nomadic
So
animal.
Yeah, so
I mean, animals migrate.
not like a bear that's like, you know, going to the same place every time, but like,
Do bears go to the same place?
I don't know. Do they hibernate in the
know.
same cave everywhere?
I don't know.
Okay. Ignore me. See, I don't know.
But whatever it is,
Whatever it is, it
would
like
be
moving.
temporary.
Yeah, it would be moving. But in that space, it would be organized
Okay.
and neat. If that's the way that he answers the question, it would I like to have a clean space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when there's like our cats fight and there's hair on the ground. I have to vacuum it up because I don't like that.
Your cats fight to the extent that their hair.
Well, I mean,
hair falls
they're
off?
like play fighting. Yeah, get stuck in their like
Rick and Roma are vicious.
Rick and Roma, and then they'll cuddle after. Like it's fine.
I have two cats that occasionally dust up, but I would not say that afterwards they cuddle. They're just sort of tolerating
They're
each
like
other.
brothers. They like fight and they love each other.
There's definitely a sister vibe going on with our cats.
But yeah, so the space itself would be very organized. I would like it to be organized.
All right. Well, Cade,
We'll see how he interpreted this question.
The last question is, if your person were an animal, what would their den, nest, or whatever look like? The thing that comes to mind for me is like a shell of a turtle or a
interesting.
snail or something like a crab, where, you know, home kind of goes with them wherever they are. It doesn't really matter where that ends up being. And kind of one of the things that makes me think of is just how we moved to Iowa to set up Alexis to go to the University of Iowa for medical school. It kind of just, it's not a specific place. It's just going wherever you go and wherever life takes you. So that's what I would say for Alexis and kind of what her den, nest, or whatever would look like.
Interesting.
He said it more poetically than
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you kind of got there. He didn't talk about the organization or anything. But
no, because I don't think he interpreted it that way.
yeah. I don't know if we can call a turtle shell or a crab a crab shell, or I guess a snail, that works. I don't know. I think snails just kind of go inside their little, or hermit crabs.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's a.
Yeah, I think it's a match.
Yeah.
It was both nomadic.
Yeah. That's the key right there. I didn't even think of like a shell situation.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I thought of the circumstances.
Yeah. Why don't you want to settle down?
Well, it's not that we don't want to settle down.
that
It's
you
just that we
can't.
haven't.
Yeah.
You
All right.
can't really in medical school.
Yeah, like we were in our town for where we were in high school, and then we were somewhere else for college for 4 years,
yeah.
and now we're here for 4 years. And
Well, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to see or understand whether this was your goal in life, was to like
No.
continually move around.
no, but then like for residency, you just match, and but we're willing to go there.
Okay. All right. Good job,
Keep our
Caleb.
shell.
Or Cade.
maybe.
Whatever. Whatever.
You made
Find a
it
new
so
one.
far, and then at the very end, Caleb came back.
Who is this Caleb? All right, Sarah. What's your nest?
I don't know.
Look like?
I also, because I can't just, I'm trying to think of how we would have thought about it. So if it was just the first part of the question, like what animal would you be? I mean, I know he'd probably say penguin, because I think that, like, I love penguins. But he has like a fairly extensive knowledge about animals. And so I'm pretty sure he knows, or I know that he knows, that birds are really gross. So I don't, like, based on habitat, I don't think that he would say penguin. Because I think he would, I don't know exactly.
Penguins, I feel like penguins just like sit on the ice.
I know. I don't even know if they have little dens.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
keep their little young under their little pouch, which I don't know. He might, I don't know. But,
Do you have a little pouch?
yeah, just a little pouch. That's all I need. Because I think what he'll say is that I would be I don't know exactly what animal, but an animal that like is extremely, clean, organized, doesn't like to have a lot of extra things around the house, or around my nest. But I'm trying to think, I don't know what animal he could pull out that would
Yeah.
have a super clean nest.
I mean, to be
area.
fair, I didn't ask. The question wasn't what animal would they be. So
it might be.
But I think it's natural to choose an animal. when you're
Yeah,
thinking
that's
about
why I
it.
think it was confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the best question.
I think this is the question
If
we retire
all of my-
out of the. We're all going to be in the comments. Question was unclear.
All of my questions. If I was writing exams for med students, my questions would be retired.
would have
Everybody will be waiting with bated breath to see if we get the point back.
I'm like trying to think of any like very organized animal. I don't know. What are animals that excessively clean themselves? For some reason,
Cats. I mean,
Cats.
Yeah,
Cats are
otters keep coming to mind for some reason,
Otter.
but I don't, because they just like keep things in their little pouch. I don't know why. That doesn't really go with what I said. So I don't actually.
First of all, for somebody who knows a lot about animals, I feel like you're ascribing pouches to way too many things. I don't know if otters.
I don't think otters have a pouch.
No, I'm sure penguins don't have pouches.
Did I say that the penguin had a pouch?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, actually both of them use like skin folds
Okay.
for both. Like otters will hide things in like, it's not a true pouch, but like they will hide them in like their little skin folds.
I do that too. So probably a sandwich down there right now.
Saving it for later. But I guess I don't have to pick an animal, right? So just one
No.
that's like
Yeah, well,
clean,
You're
uber clean, doesn't like extra stuff
okay. All right. Well,
lying around.
Kyle, here we go.
So I think recency bias is going to play a little hand here. We've recently seen some of these cute little crabs digging out their sand holes on a beach, and the way that they would come out and just huck the sand, I don't know, a foot away from them, and then erratically dart around the place. That feels like her sometimes. But realistically, if I flesh out the whole idea, it would. And hear me out. I'm gonna say a beaver, because it seems to be the only thing that sticks in my mind when I think about the whole true impact on an ecosystem, mixed with the near borderline obsessive diligence with what they do so. It seems to be, actually pretty fitting. And I'm not implying anything either, Sarah. Don't you worry. Nope, just the good parts. Just the good parts.
Bad parts of beavers.
The boys and the crabs.
I know. Oh yeah. He probably made that reference because he's thinking the crab is like, you know, the ones that like they have a little thing in the sand and then they like slowly dig it out.
Yeah.
That's me throwing all of the extra shit in our house out. That's where I think where he's getting that vibe from. But actually, so beavers are like otters. I don't know what the bad parts of beavers are.
Yeah, what does he think the bad parts of the parts of beavers that he wouldn't ascribe to you?
Buck teeth.
The buck teeth. That's what I'm wondering. The buck
Smell?
teeth.
I don't know. Do beavers
Maybe-
smell?
I don't know.
They kind of make a mess of the environment a little
Yeah.
bit,
I think, yeah.
but they are part of the environment. So. Certainly no more so than we do.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not sure we can call that a match.
I don't know. We'll let the jury decide. I feel
What
like
the
mine's
hell?
biased
You know
me.
what?
I think it's just a bad question, so I think everyone should.
It's
match.
not a bad question. It just might get retired.
Yay.
I'm going to give it to you. Anna, what do we think Nathan's going to say about your little den or nest?
Yeah. The only thing that comes to mind is like the neat and tidy thing. Like he probably said that I would.
You guys are all neat and tidy people? Is this where I'm getting? Well, we haven't gotten to you yet.
We all have OCPD.
Yeah, like clutter really bothers me. I'm also always like throwing crap out of our house that like I just don't know how it gets there.
Oh, I know how I know who brings the stuff to our house.
And is it Kyle?
What? How'd you know?
It's Caleb.
It's Caleb. It's Caleb.
That Caleb gets around. Always somewhere.
Always messing stuff up.
Yeah. So
Yeah, just neat and tidy.
Neat and tidy.
I'm like trying to think of like animal conversations we've had recently, but the only thing that is coming to mind is like we had a pretty extensive conversation about groundhogs the other day with like Groundhog Day, and I feel like I don't know.
I don't know if
you
heard.
I could see him like mentioning.
Punxsutawney Phil saw a shadow. So
Yeah.
Actually, so Kyle was telling me that I forgot this. He's only right 35% of the time. So you literally have a better chance of flipping a coin. That's actually insane.
I heard or saw that there's like other groundhogs across the country that have like better accuracy
Than that
than
one.
Puxatawny.
Okay, but
like,
it's
there's one in
never,
Illinois
like-
called. Go ahead.
Per the calendar, nobody's accurate. Like spring never starts on February 3rd.
True.
There's always 6 more weeks.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's like the symbolism of hope. Like I just feel like the groundhog could have like thrown us a bone.
Like, are they ever saying? Are they saying that sometimes the groundhog is right and spring starts on February 3rd?
I mean,
And how are they determining that?
Listen, I don't pretend to know all the secrets of the groundhog.
or even the logical fallacy.
Cade's birthday is Groundhog's Day.
Oh,
I said
really?
Cade's birthday is Groundhog's Day.
And Caleb?
I don't know about Cade.
So neat and tidy.
Yeah, maybe something about a groundhog because that came out a lot later.
All right, let's see what Nathan said.
If Anna was an animal, I think that whatever it would be very homey. It would be a nice little homey den, a homey nest, lots of warm colors, but it would also be very clean. I'm picturing like Puxlawani or Passawani Phil, the Groundhog Day groundhog
Passawani.
in his little den, sweeping the dirt floor.
Doesn't even remember his name.
Pansawani.
I was
I
nervous.
appreciate that he didn't do it again either. He just
kept going.
Yeah, he's like, whatever.
I thought he was just going to start by calling her an animal with the first line. I was like, he completely misinterpreted it.
Punxsutawney Phil, like in his little burrow or whatever, he's like
Sweeping.
sweeping, doing the dishes.
Ah, there's my shadow.
I don't know.
Every year I look at my shadow and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
These guys
And
with
then
top
they
hats keep pulling me out of my damn house.
I'm just trying to relax in my clean house.
Actually, though, does he like live in a zoo or something? Like, how do they catch him every year?
He must.
I'm pretty sure.
He's someone's pet.
I'm pretty,
On their hobby farm, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he just got a nice cage somewhere.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's the same one every year, right? Because they've got him trained to wear the little top hat. Is
Oh,
that-
probably.
I didn't
I
think
mean, they have
about
to
the fact
obviously
that-
replace him every so often, but
Yeah.
I started typing Puxatawny Phil, and it says death, died.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's just like the.
oh my
I don't know if he actually.
we
is,
need
though.
these facts. We need.
Is this like a live?
Hey Siri, Is Puxatawny Phil the same every year, same animal?
This is the Puxatawny Groundhog Club claims Phil is immortal, living for over 140 years.
We're killing the magic.
Has the elixir of life.
The lifespan of a groundhog is anywhere from 3 years to 15 years. But it seems the club does not publicly share when one Phil dies and is replaced. with another.
That's a little shady.
Sus.
Yeah. So, what the hell?
They're sacrificing
There he
him.
is.
Oh, so Phil doesn't wear the top hat. The
Oh.
guy does.
Why did I think the groundhog wore the top hat?
Amazing.
That'd be better.
We really need to reach out to the Punxsutawney's handlers and say, put the top hat on.
Yeah.
That's Anna's husband holding it up.
And are they sold on the name Puxatawny? Because I think Puxatawny is like
Yeah.
a great
That'd
addition
be a
to
good
that.
rebrand. Yeah.
Samantha, what do you think Nick's going to say about this question?
I don't know.
What would your den?
So my
Look
gut
like-
when you said it was like, and I don't want this to sound like I think people who are green are animals, but like in Wicked, the second one, when she's got her little den and like where she wears the sex cardigan, but not that part of it, just the den. As long as your mind takes place in, that's like what I'm picturing, like some sort of tree that's like well decorated and homey.
So you'd live in a tree.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And
But
your
like
tree would be well
specifically
decorated.
like Alphabus tree.
Yeah. Would it be a tree that's not appropriate for use in art?
No, I think it could be used in art.
Okay.
Maybe like some photos up. I feel like I'm always anal about having photos up. So that's where I leaned, and I think Nick could lean that way. I could also see him saying something aquatic. Like, I don't know. Like, I really like beluga whales. I also really like monkeys, though, so that brings us back to the tree. So either a tree that's homey or an aquatic place that's homey.
I feel like you're 2/3 tree, 1/3
One-third
ocean.
ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nick?
If Samantha was an animal, first off, I know that she would want to be a cat, even though she is allergic to cats. But her cat bed would have some snacks. It'd have some crackers, some cheese. It'd have some books, some Animal Crossing, lots of blankets, a few pillows, something to keep her entertained.
Something to keep her entertained. It's almost like it's like we're gonna put her here and let her be in her cage and just.
He just went with what animal?
Why would you
That
be?
was just an animal.
Why would you be a cat?
So this is long-standing. I think cats have great lives.
Yeah.
You get to be touched if you want to be touched. You just like lay on the keyboard until somebody pets you.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be touched, you just go hide somewhere. You don't
Yeah.
like you
Our
get to
cats,
really do what you
unfortunately,
want.
get touched more than
So
they
I
want to be.
do like my mug that holds my pencils on my desk says most days I wish I was a cat.
Yeah.
And I have had that mug like the entire time we've been together. So I do see where the cat came from. I wouldn't say that I would live in a cat bed.
Yeah, I think he went with animal.
He went with
first,
like,
and then
yeah,
that
what animal she would be,
Yeah.
and then like went down that little
homey, though.
hole. It was
That is very
homey. We've got some
Like a
recency
charcuterie
bias
board.
with this
I love that.
Animal Crossing. Because I hadn't played it for like a very long time, but I did get the update for Christmas, like the Happy Home, whatever, and then they put out the update. So
My
like
wife
I've
was a
been
big-
playing it again.
Well, I don't think I can give that to you.
Give it
We
to
said
her.
that everybody gets this point
Yeah,
back
it was
because it was a bad
He
question.
described homey.
Yeah, he picked
Well, you
an
have to.
he
You have to
picked an
fill out.
animal.
You have to fill out the comment book in order to get the
Oh
question.
my
Oh
goodness.
my god.
So
No.
sorry,
Damn.
but you might get the points back later when the curriculum coordinator reaches out and is like, "Hey,
I will be in the comment book after.
Furiously typing. That's my favorite part during like I'm still taking the
Yes,
exam,
and
but
you
like
just hear, like,
you
you
just hear I'm like, oh god.
Sometimes
someone's ripping them a new
It's gonna
one.
be like this could be interpreted several
Yes,
different ways.
sometimes I pick an answer to the question and I already have formulated what my argument is going to be if it's
it's not
counted
that one.
wrong. Yeah.
amazing." You guys all did very well, except for Samantha.
I feel like the cat isn't quite fair because it was a bad question.
Well, That's a problem for future Dave to worry about.
I hope you do edit in at the end. And we did decide to give her a point after further review.
Please.
Wait, I have to go back to Elphaba and the sex part again.
Did you watch?
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't
have you
want
seen the movie?
Cats love trees.
You didn't want to
Yeah.
offend green people, so Elphaba
Yeah.
and the Incredible Hulk are both.
Well, if I just say that I want Elphaba's like little den, then it sounds like I'm calling Elphaba an animal.
I see.
But like it is definitely like an animal. It's very like Winnie the Pooh.
I honestly
like a home
don't.
in
I
a
did
tree.
see Wicked 1. I didn't see Wicked 2.
What? That's
Is it?
the second act of the musical. That's like going to see it on Broadway, going out to get your like midway through ice cream, and then just like walking back out into Times Square.
I just haven't gotten around to it. It's been cold, okay? I'm in my den.
You can. It's not in theaters anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, now I think
I
you
gotta
can.
wait till it come out
you
some-
can like buy it on Amazon, but
Okay.
that's don't support Amazon.
gonna
Wait for it to come
Wait
to
for it to come
Peacock.
out somewhere else. Yeah. All right. Well, I have had a lovely time. Thank you so much for tolerating this episode and being a part of it. I hope you enjoyed it too.
We did.
Oh,
Oh, or was that? Yeah, this is fun.
okay.
This is good.
I wasn't sure if you were like.
I needed these good
Viewing us
vibes.
or not.
We did?
Yeah.
I'll have an opinion after you send out the email with the average score and if any points were given
given back.
back.
Well, these three did great, and you.
Well, one of your questions was worded poorly. I don't know what to tell you.
75% of people got it right. So.
There was a lot of hedging.
Yeah,
on all
Yeah.
yeah.
Shortcoats, I want to thank you for hanging out with us today. If you have something you want to say, you know what to do. Go to theshortcoat.com/tell us and send us a message. I love to hear from you. Otherwise, thank you, Alexis, Sarah, Anna, Samantha, Cade, Kyle, Nathan, and Nick, and Caleb for being on today's show. Until next time, I'm Dave Etler saying, don't let the bastards get you down. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.